everybody, and welcome to Hex Token channel. Woohoo! We're rocking it on the DMC. Man, that was crazy. That was crazy there. All right, so welcome everybody. Hope you guys are having a good time. A live stream number 2 for the day. Pulsechain, Pulsechain, and Hex. That's how we roll. But of course, we've got Maximus as the main topic of today. Maximus, and of course, team of Perpetuals, Diamond Hands, and of course, multi-chain Ethereum. ETH Fair, and of course, eventually we're going to have, you guessed it, Pulsechain at some stage. So very excited, as we say. It's great to be in this ecosystem, the best ecosystem on the planet. And of course, it's going to be absolutely epic in crypto. We're going to love it. And of course, all is happening during the bear market. May the bull market be beautiful. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. You would think we're in a bull market, given the prices at the moment over the weekend. It's looking pretty good. Oh, I got a cup of tea. Everybody. Grab yourself a cup of tea. But I saw a research thing coming out, something like 3 or 4 cups of tea a day or something makes you healthy or something like that. So there we are. All right, we've got a few comments in the house. We've got Blobfish King. Woohoo! Thanks for your consistent output of live streams with entertainment and extremely useful information, says Blobfish King. I appreciate that. Big shout out. It's a pleasure, man. As you know, Blobfish King, it is a pleasure. And Brandon says, I've seen a few people saying they didn't understand how Maxi DAO works on crypto copies comments. So I sent them to check out your tutorials. Oh, nice one, Brennan. Cheers for that. And yeah, anything that's helpful to people, that's the key. Of course, if you want help, you can always get into our Discord. We've got a very helpful moderators. It's a real nice, safe place with good info and a good community. Discord link is in the video description if you want to join up. And we're going to talk more about that later on. We've got Stake Hexes in the house as well. Thank me later. And of course, Stake Hex is getting thanked every single day from his T-shares. And now it's on 3 chains. So he's loving that too. Good to see you, Stake Hex. Refine's in the house there. Cheers, Suitman. You're amazing. I appreciate that. Right back at you, Refined. It's always a pleasure as always. Francis in the house. I love Jesus. Hello. Good to see you, Francis. And David Gomez says, hit that like button on the way in, everybody. You definitely smash the like button. Hit the subscribe button as well. Let's see where we are up on the subscribers. 5,855. So we're getting close to 6,000. Now that's pretty cool. So we're in 145 subscribers away from 6,000. That's getting pretty good as well. Now I will be changing the format of the channel a little bit, heading into after the Maximus team of Perpetuals, and I'll be doing a lot more shorter specialty videos, and maybe move to 1 live stream. So let me know in the chat what you think about that. Yeah, just thinking about changing the format up there and doing a lot of short tutorial type videos or insight videos, one of the two. We'll see how we get on. So what's up with ePower? Heard Hex has a 7% value there. Yeah, it's going pretty good at the moment. We're going to talk about that exactly. That topic is on the menu. So stay tuned, folks. We're going to talk about ETHPower, ETHSphere. We're going to talk about the Hex charts. We're going to talk about the X factor differences on Hex chains, on each chain. We're going to talk about the Maximus team results, of course, with day 18. And of course, the live results. We're also going to quickly cross over the dip catcher, who's working hard on getting the Diamond Hands out launched today. So he's working hard on that, deploying all the contracts at the moment. And of course, hopefully he'll be, it may happen during this live streams that it all goes live. He's working hard to make that happen at the moment. So he's just doing each chain and each perpetual. It's pretty hardcore. Yeah, good. Hex on air in the house. Good morning to you. T Cooper says T for 2 and 2 for T. I like that, DB. Hey, everybody from KD. Good to see KD in the house. And of course, new moderator in our chat, which is awesome. Back in the house is Pulse Unity. Woohoo! You're back on board. And of course, Pulse Unity looking to launch. I think it was, if I remember rightly, the 30th of this month. At the end of the month, Pulse Unity is launching their project. Hi, Suitman, says Francis. And Pulse Unity, you've got your sacrifice phase on at the moment, haven't you? Your sacrifice phase. Maybe we'll jump in on that towards later on the live stream. Francis says, hi, Suitman. Good to see you, Francis. G'day, Excellence in the house as well. And James Bond, as always. Yeah, boy. All right, enough silliness from me. Let's get on to it. BTC at 19,426, up 4%. We could probably have a good, nice green weekend, especially, I think, if the stock market is green tomorrow. The futures were looking green earlier. And, of course, yeah, that could bode pretty well. We could have a really nice pumpamental weekend. Perfect, too, timing for the Maximus team of Perpetuals as we close in on the last 4 days. It could be quite the finish because today's results are fantastic. We're going to talk about that in a few minutes. ETH there at 1352, up 7%. and BNB at 276, up 5% almost, and XRP up 32%. Can you believe it? This is the way it goes. Have they not worked out yet that the Ripple Foundation just keeps minting and dumping on heads? I don't know. Seems a bit odd, but anyway, let's jump over. Hey, XLM is actually having a pretty good day too. 16%, up 16% on XLM there. All right, cool. And Crow as well. Crow, look at that. Crow, 15%. Bam. All right, cool. I like that zone. I don't know why I should not play around with it too much. Let's have a look at the ETH Pal. And of course, bam, ETH Pal, $6.40. We were in our first live stream and it was like $5.85, and it actually rallied while we were on live stream. Do you remember that this morning, 5 hours ago or so? It actually went from like $5.85 to like $6.32 or something. It came back a little bit now, and now it's back up at $6.40. And of course, people have been buying it. It was someone that watches this channel was buying some during the live stream. During the intermission there between the two live streams. So crazy stuff there. So $6.40, looking pretty good there. Let's have a look at the chart there. And let's go down here. Now, obviously, you've got the chart just here. Yeah, this is where we were, I think, before the live stream. And then it just rallied while we were on live stream. Isn't that cool? It's always good to get that. Of course, Hex Token channel pump, of course. You know how it works. All right, so there we are. We've got, and then currently this is where it came back down to $6.20, and away it went up again. So that's pretty good. Pretty good day in the office there. Man, imagine if it gets back to even not, maybe if it doesn't get back to $60, maybe it gets back to $20 or $30. That'd be a pretty nice trade there. And of course, away we go. Let's have a look at ETH Fair. So ETF, ETH Fair. This has come down a lot, right? So it's down at 62 cents. And let's have a look at the 24-hour chart here. Yeah, we were up nicely, over $1, $1.30. It was looking pretty good. And here we've come down 64, and then we've just come down again. I think this is going to reverse at some stage. It doesn't have, obviously, the as near as many centralized exchanges. Doesn't have the big network effect, although I think the network effect's slowly growing. The other thing, you got to keep tag on to the miners as well, the hash rate. But I think it's going okay on the hash rates as well. So yeah, cool. That's pretty much it. So interesting. There'll be a battle of these two. At least they'll be competing for their for value. But ETH Power definitely, with all these markets, all these centralized exchange, look at them all supporting it. Definitely helps a lot. So cool. Let's get over to the Hex charts quickly. We've got Hex is actually making, looks like a little bit of a rebound there, or a little bit of a move higher. And of course, it's currently at 3.239 cents. So it came all the way off the bottom here, 2.9 cents earlier. So nice to see it sort of coming back here. We need a nice little breakout over 3.3 cents, don't we, to get it moving a bit more. So cool. Obviously, a lot of people, particularly in the retail book, is distracted with the other chains. Let's have a look at what is it called? Maxi? Yeah, Maxi. I forgot what it's called. 7.3 cents on Maxi. Let's see what the premium's holding up though. We did get sold down by somebody or something like that earlier. Let's have a look at the premium. Premium at the moment 2.26. But this is early days. We're counting it down. It's going to get rough and ready. I'd be very careful trading out of Maxi in my view. But hey, that's just you allowed to do what you want to do. It's free world after all. Unless you're, something. I won't make any more jokes. Anyways, we got Hedron there at 2,854, and a nice little sort of wedge there. So we'll see where that goes to. And what else there we got going? Icosa at $1.04, making a bit of recovery with Hex moving up there too. So pretty cool. Let's quickly jump through the BNBs. Like I say, we're just going to do a big wrap up around of the market. 4.1 cents on Pulse Dodge, 9.1 on P33. Not a lot of change since this morning. IM even gone down further. Ouchie, ouchie, ouchie. We got IM there down at 6,000 there. Ouch. Oh well, that's just the way it is at the moment. We'll see where it goes. Airdrops, of course. Let's have a look at those. $3.29 on Pulse Dodge. Nice call from Superman. And of course, the launch is imminent. And let's see where this goes. Let's see if we can challenge all-time high and even break the 10K. $10 amount, $10. That'd be pretty exciting if it broke 10K, right? But $10, that'd be pretty amazing. And let's see where we go from there. We're waiting to see what gamification's coming out with that, so it's going to be fun. The weight token, of course, is at 0.7 of a penny, just eased back a little bit from our first live stream 5 hours ago. You can see down here. That's pretty much it on the airdrops. Let's look at the wild cards from some of our community members that have launched their own tokens. When Superman token, I'm just kidding. P-Zan there from Conrad Zen. is at over 7/10 of a penny. And I see that Conrad Zen has got a live stream queued up. So if you want to find out more about PZen, go look for Conrad Zen there. Obviously, been a big personality in the community. And of course, we've got the more token from Trayvon. And of course, we're sitting at what, 77 cents there, looking a bit of a warrior with this chart, to be honest. And of course, but with Trayvon's, of course, you know, if he does enough YouTube videos, maybe they might get a rebound. But definitely, this chart not looking the best at this stage. So, and there are other better opportunities out there if you're thinking about risk return. Yeah, we'll see where it lays. And of course, there are a particular part of the community that probably hangs out in that sort of part of crypto. So cool. Let's have a look at the ETH, and this is the talk of the town where we've been doing the live since our first live stream. Look at this thing. Woo! This is a 15-minute chart. Is that insane in the membrane? And of course, just remember that when you go to do things, that slippage is there, amount of liquidity is important, and so forth. So this is the Hex USDC, and you say, you know, it's up 160% in 24 hours. Pretty outstanding. Let's have a look at Hedron down here. Hedron at 3,439, also rocketing it up there. Congrats to those who have picked up a lot of this volume. We'll see where it ends up going. But is it going to move to convergence eventually? Not at this pace, maybe. Maybe it will come back a bit and then move up and down. Who knows? It's still early days. But yeah, almost 4/10 of a penny there on this one. I had it at slightly less on the Kyber Swap. So Kyber Swap, I did some, you know, numbers, and there's also sort of liquidity around there. So I had it at about 3.6 cents, something like that. But this is showing at 3.9. Now we can jump over to obviously the full dashboard. So I'll have a quick look at that in a second. Here it is here, bam. And of course, let's go to liquidity. Check out the top liquidity. We've got Hex Hedron, V3, V2, 324,230. So actually getting much decent now, obviously with the price going up as well. We can see 24-hour increases at 117, 115% there respectively. And then, of course, the next number 5 trading pair on liquidity is Hex Wrapped ETH there. And, of course, that's sitting at 84K. We've got 3.3 cents on there. So you see the variation there. And, of course, the 3.3, 3.3. It's probably closer to where it is at the moment. So it's nice to see these ones here. Maxi Hex here. It's got 0063 on the Maxi Hex pair there with 40K. So you have to judge. Best to go into Kyber Swap and see what it's going to be before you do anything, both buying and selling. Remember the ETH price in particular has gone up. So remember it's gone up to, I had a big rally today to $6.37. So you would have got it, you know, only 6 hours ago you would have got it for $5.85 or something. So it's gone up quite a bit there. So take that into account too. And then of course we're going to look at ETH Fair. ETH Fair is down, so you can get more ETH Fair. And then buy more Hex if you think about it. So there might be a better play on the ETH Fair one there. So let's have a quick look at ETH Fair on our dashboard. We'll just jump over there. So this is the ETH Fair dashboard. And of course, we had a nice little rally here in Hex ETH there. We went up to 0015. So 0015, it's just pulled back just a little bit now. Let's have a look on the full dashboard. What's Maxi Hex there? And Hedron there also had a bit of a rally up here too to 2,000 something on the ETH Fair there. So ETH Fair took a little while, but it then ended up following the ETH pairs quite a bit. So let's have a look on the dashboard there for ETH Fair. So all you have to do is go to dexscreener.com, type in Ethereum Fair, or dexscreener.com Ethereum Power for the ETH network. The ETH Power network is more valuable, of course. You can see with the liquidity pools and things like that. So it's pretty obvious comparison. Hex dominating though, obviously with Hedron, Maxi, and things like that. So on the ETH Fair network, we've got Hex Hedron at the top there, V2, V3. Then Hex Wrapped ETH, V3, V2, and the liquidity pools are bigger. But really, it's dominated by the Hex Hedron, and there's 159,000. So we got the prices at 0015, so that's pretty reasonable. 0015, 15, and you would probably expect that to be pretty similar. What else there? I think that's kind of it on there. PLSDs, I think, was 10 cents for PLSD, Pulse Dodge. So I can't remember where they looked at that on PLSD. Yeah, so PLSD there Oh, what, really? Okay, so let me just check that where that's at the moment. Pulse Dodge 4 cents. So this was at 10 cents. So this looks, I think that slipped a bit there because that was pretty much at 10 cents. Looks like it slipped down to looks like it slipped to 4 cents on that one. So there's a bit of variation there. It looks like 4 cents. So it was 10 cents the last time I checked. So I think that's moved around quite a bit there on Pulse Dodge. So there is other stuff on there you can just check. And cool. That's pretty much it on the wrap up of the charts. Let's see who else is in the chat there. And we're going to jump back to the Hex charts there. Bam. That's kind of a roundup. Let's see who is in here. Cookies and crypto. Hex on ETH going bonkers. Certainly is. James says, I think Jeb's out of the XRP dumping. He ran out of coins to dump, says James. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's been a while, James. I must say, it's been a while. I think you're probably right with that one. Hello, Francis and all. Good to see you, Refine. And get Hex and House High Gang in the new house and hooked up again. With the internet trying to catch up with all the action. Woohoo! Yeah, that's pretty cool. Congratulations on the new house and the setup there. And with the internet back on, it's got to be helpful too in the modern world as we live. EW to the moon, $500 target, says Crypto Bomb. Hey, it might just do something like that. Not financial advice, is James Bond. Yeah, I need to rethink my strategy on that, to be honest. That's going to be interesting. Sheba Dodge Bay. Hello, everybody. I'm from Pulse Unity. Hey, good to see you, Sheba Dog Boy. I said Bay, Dog Boy. Sorry about that. Dodge Boy. Yeah, nice to see you, Sheba Dodge Boy. Sorry about my botching up the words there. Danny Boy's in house here. Hello, chat. Good to see Danny Boy. And Danny Boy, smash that like. James Bond is only sacrificing for RH wallet, RH to the moon. Let me just scroll that charts up there. Danny Boy says, this stuff is blind. This is mind-numbing. I have 3+ coins on 3 networks. I'm losing my sanity. Yep, and of course, all your stakes are on there too, supported by Maximus and Icosa through Alex. So you have just got the multiplicity of passive incomes. What did I work out this morning? Somewhere upwards of maybe up to 25 to 30 different passive incomes if you got everything. You are laughing yourself silly right now in crypto. Hello, all lives beneath in the house. Hex, EHEX, PLS, and PLSX for the win, 100%. Hex token, are you pumping Hex and related on ETH? No, it's not me. It's not me. I'm innocent. All right, so cool. That's pretty much it. Let's get into it. How far through are we? 18 minutes. Let's get into the Maximus team of Perpetuals. Let's get into the results for day number 18. I think it's time. All right, so cool. Bam. Actually, no, before we do that, let's do the Hex ratios. So this was the prices that I had. So I had currently we've got, this is the final topic on this prices thing. We got Hex at 3.24. I had EW at 2.9. That's actually gone up. That actually went up. So let me just update my numbers here because that pumped after I did it. This here says 3.639. So I'm going to take this one as an example, but maybe we should soften that down a little bit there. Let's put it in as 3.9. 3.9 subject to liquidity. So what happened there? All right, so cool. We got what are we saying? 100,000 Hex on ETH at the moment is $3,240. And of course, 100,000 Hex on ETH given this price, which is what's showing on the screen up there, is $390. And on ETF at 0015, 100,000 is $153. So it gives you kind of an idea. Obviously, subject to you checking Kyber Swap or whatever else, Uniswap, whatever else you're going to be using. So in terms of getting to parity to Hex, where we talk about convergence in price, this converging to the Hex price at the top there. This is the main game, as it were. This one here. We would need ETW to do an 8x. To get the price up there. Now, obviously, you got issues around liquidity and economic energy, keeping there, staying there, stuff like that. So you got all those issues, right? You got people basically that's all free, and then that sort of stuff. So you got all that playing. You got the big whales. You got all those issues. So just remember, take all that stuff into account. But an 8x from here would get us up to parity on Hex Heath, and of course on ETH or ETF, as we say, on that chain. Then a 21x from where we are now, and this is after having a rally of several 100% in the last half a day or so, or quarter of a day. So it's been a big rally. We can see that here. We can see that on the ETF side. Here, we had a big rally. We were sitting all the way down the bottom here. Had a big, massive rally on the ETF there. So that's making that, of course. Now this next column, X's, of course, is this is doable. 8 and 21 is doable. Now whether it can stay there is another question. X3, of course. So if we were trying to get ETF up to ETW here, we need a 3x from here at the moment. So approximately a 3x is at the stage. So cool. That's where we're at on that one. I thought it was a bit of interesting stuff. Let me know if you find that interesting. But there we are. We're going to get into the Maximus team and Perpetuals results. Woohoo! Day 18. Here we go. So we're basically, the total length's pretty much like 21 days and 17 hours, somewhere like that. And so we're getting into day 18 results. We've still got just under 4 days to go as we're counting them down. So we're going to get into that result. Let me see if there's any more comments in the chat first. Woohoo! Wookie's head is blowing up, says Wookie. Pump up the jam, says Daytona. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, so cool. Let's get into it. Results, day number 18. I need some drum roll. Drum roll, please. And then obviously you go. Look at all the days. Isn't it crazy when I scroll through to see how many days we're sort of going through every day? We're covering this live. And this is day number 18. Look at this. Crazy, right? And we got to day 16. Look at this. Crazy. Day 17 here. Look at that. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Look at the big jumps too. Bam, 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 bam. And today, that last one between day 16 and 17 was big. Let's get into today's results though. Day 18. Let's go. Woo-hoo-hoo. Look at that. Like a boss. Like a boss. Look at that. The Hex staking pool on Ethereum has gone from 47.9 to 50.7 million. Trio has gone to 32.3 up to 35.3. This is on the Ethereum network. Remember, you can now mint of these, of course, with your Hex on the ETH and ETH Fair chains. You can do them all three. I'm just covering the ETH chains because they just got forked, right? So there we are. Lucky, of course, was 32.7 yesterday, now 38.3. Woo-hoo-hoo! So two really big moves here. Yesterday we had a big move in base. And today another ginormous move in the Decimus one. 30 million almost. Hex has gone in there. Huge stuff. Yesterday was big too, almost 30 million from the day before. So the last 2 days have been spectacular. Our total amount though, 315.6 million Hex. We've still got a long way to go. Just under 4 days to go. It's going to be pretty epic. And 52.6 million of our target has been reached with 600 million, and we're only expecting it to ramp up from here. So up and to the right, as Richard would say, up and to what he does, something like that. Up and to the right, whatever he does. That's pretty fun. All right, so we've got the team has been minted. How much Maxi has gone into here? 63.5 million has gone into the team. 21.7% of the total supply of Maxi. 293.3 million Maxi. 63.5 million has gone to the team, and that is 21.7%. So this is above our playful estimation of 20% that we had, and we're onwards and upwards. Now the question is, can we do 100 million? Can we? We have got the Hedron deployer in here. That was the number one whale. So really it does depend on these fellas in here. As we say, these fellas, this real Kiwi lingo now. These fellas in here, the 1 million club, there's 29.6% in this club. And they control a massive amount, 86.9 million. Some of them have moved already, but a lot of them will just be sitting there waiting to see what happens here. Like pretty much it's huge, right? So we'll see where they end up. And of course, there were 50 accounts in there. This was taken on the 10th September. And let's see where they end up playing. We've seen the Hedron deployer move. And of course, we're going to see what the remaining ones of these million club holders. Obviously, all the smaller ones are also important. They control, a significant amount of supply. If you add up the 500, 250, and 100,000, they are pretty much around the same amount as the million club. So they control, these three here control about as much as the million club do. So we'll see what they end up doing. The smaller retail book, of course, they got maybe 2/3 of the amount of this group and the 1 million club there and there. So cool. Let's see what happens. There were 5,514 holders. I think there's less than that now. So cool. That's where it is. All right. So that is the results for that. Let's have a look at the delta or the change from day to day. And of course, we're going to go to day 18 there. So the delta just means the change there. Pretty much we've got not much days to go, as you can see. Let's have a look here. So base increased by 2.8 million. Yesterday was so good, 6.4. 3 million today on Trio, 6.2 million yesterday. 5.6 million on Lucky, 7.3 million yesterday. A massive 28.6 million on Decimus, 32.8 million yesterday. Absolutely amazing. Up 40 million today. I mean, this is terrific results. Really is going good. Team up 1.8 million today, and that's terrific as well. So some pretty spectacular stuff there. That's the results, folks, for day 18 of Maximus Team and Perpetuals. And of course, these are the live results. So let's check these out at the moment. See what the latest is. This snapshot was taken probably about an hour and a quarter ago. So this is about an hour and a quarter more data there. So 50.88. How does that compare? Let's have a quick look. 50.88. Let's scroll back up here. Yeah, so we've increased that already, increased base already. And of course, 35.46 million on Trio. Yep. So we've increased that by 300,000 or something, or 150,000. Lucky at 38.54. 38.54, another 225,000 in there, and a Decimus, woo! Oh, 200 million. Wow. We were this was only an hour and a quarter ago. I took the snapshot. Man, oh man. 204.39 million. OMG, that is incredible. We are rocking it up, man. I remember 150 million is the bigger pays better bonus, 10%. 27,000 T-shares, 30.55. This is over 2/3 of the Maxi one. And of course, we've still got just under 4 days to go. And we got some powerful stuff coming here. 204.39, man, oh man, divided by 294.3, which is the original Maxi. That's currently at 69.5% of the original Maxi amount of Hex going in there. 27,115. Oh man, this is crazy stuff, man. The APYs are looking nice and juicy. And of course, we got 329,268,000 Hex in the pool. And of course, 36,336 T-shares. That is a behemoth. Maximus is going to own the 15 years from now. The Maximus Gladiators will own and dominate, along with the Hex God Whale, the amount of Hex out there in the future. It's going to be crazy stuff. So 36,000, was it 336 divided by 42,000 approximately was the Maximus T-share. So 86.5% of Maxi is almost here. We've just, about 13.5% to go until we hit the Maxi one. That's awesome. Let's get into the team. 63.67 million. That's pretty crazy too. So team there, 63.5. So looking good. And 40 million staked and 23.5 million in the team. Of the Maxi that goes into team, 10% is going to be burned. Or 20%, sorry, is going to be burned. 12.73 million Maxi. That's going to be off permanently and goodbye. And of course, 369 Maxi rebate for team stakers. One of the 4 rewards is currently 30%, and that's 19 million. 50% is going into the Maxi mystery box. That's almost 32 million. Unbelievable numbers. Really is crazy. And of course, 1,801 team minters at almost 60 million Maxi on the sidelines. We've hit the 1,800 mark too for team holders, which is pretty exciting. Here's our whales, of course, the Hedron deployer number 1. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 whales that own team over 1 million. And that some of them have Maxi, some of them have liquid and state. That's going to be fun. So very exciting. Woohoo! This is just rocking up, man. These next couple of days going to be insane. Let's have a quick look at Discord, and let's have a look at the. We're going to have a go look at the amount of hours we got left in this. Let's have a look at this. So check this one. All right, we're going to connect our wallets. Hopefully I'm on the right chain. So we're going, ETH Let's see how many days. 3 days and 18 hours to go. Woo-hoo-hoo! Yeah. There's plenty of time. And these numbers are so amazing. It's going to be insane. I reckon today is going to be insane. It's just getting insane. Look at the start. I mean, only an hour and a quarter ago, and it's jumped from 191 all the way up to 204. Oh, my gosh. What's going to happen today? Those big whales are starting to move, are they? The big whales are starting to move. Well, we can see in the data that actually we can go see the data here that the whales have started, the larger holders have started to move. Look at this. Bam, bam. And obviously the edge on deployer too. Yeah, it's starting to happen. So cool. And we've just had opening evidence that that's going to continue. So very exciting. All right, let's jump over to our final thing here, of course, of Dip Catcher is here. So just before I do that, let me just clarify of what you're supposed to do. So I put this here on the main Discord here in the general, and this is pretty much it. If you want to mint your team of perpetuals using Maxi and Hex that you've got on Ethereum network, you use this site here. This will take you to the DApp for that. If you want to also mint your copies, if you had copies of those, so you had Hex and Maxi at the time of the fork, or if you've bought Maxi or Hex over on the ETH or Ethereum network, then you want to use these two dApps here. They work for both of these two chains. So there we are. Okay, there's 3 chains, but there's 2 versions of the dApps, one for ETH and Ether, and one for the Ethereum blockchain. So that's pretty much it. So that's pretty easy. If you haven't yet added the networks to your wallet, then you can go into our useful links here, and you will find the details for Ethereum Fair there. You can add the network to your wallet, and of course, for the Ethereum proof of work, you can add the network to your wallet there too. And then, of course, you can interact with the dApps that Dipcatcher has done, as you can see here. So cool. And these will give you an option. You'll have to go through and cycle through depending on how many of the products you're getting involved. So you want to put a bit of time aside. If you're going to go into every perpetual, you need to set, and on every chain, that's 4 products on 3 chains. That's 12 products. So you got to do 12 different things, and you got to take into account. The fees are pretty cheap on there. You're going to be paying in fees in ETH on the ETH chain. You're going to be paying in fees in ETF on the ETH chain. So if you did have ETH in your wallet, that would have got copied over. So you got some gas over there already. And of course, that's pretty much it. And of course, if you're going to get into team, then you've got 5 products, right? So you could arguably be doing minting on 5 products on there as well. And that's not including whether you're going to go into the Diamond Hands, which is about to be launched. And Dipcatcher is working on it at the moment. So very cool. Let's jump over to Dipcatcher, who is got no shirt on. But he's having a good time. Very nice time. And of course, he is doing multi-chains, going live now to deploy Maximus Diamond Hands on 4 chains. This was 2 hours ago, starting with the forks ETHW, ETH, and then the main Ethereum, which will deploy us to Pulsechain. Obviously, when Pulsechain launches, we'll be forking the Ethereum proof of stake network as well. So you'll have 4 chains. It's going to be pretty nice. And he's got the 4 chains on there. Very cool. Now we're going to quickly go to his YouTube channel and pick that up. So here he is going at the moment. Let's have a look here, see whether he's actually done it at this stage. Not sure if he's actually finished. He was uploading the contracts. So yeah, you can see it here is uploading contracts. Yep, looking good. So that is cool. That's what he's been doing. Let's check the Twitter. And of course, he's still live streaming. So let's do a refresh here on Dipcatcher and see whether he's actually posted anything regarding them going live, because he was doing all the contracts just before I went live. So it doesn't look like live deploying. So it looks like he may still be in process of doing that. It's not completely clear. Let me know in the chat if you have heard him say that, but I think he's still working on the deployment of the Diamond Hand. So if you do end up minting the perpetuals, the base, trio, lucky, and decimus, you will be able to stake those and earn additional rewards. Now it looks like the fee for that is going to be 20% on the penalty. So people, rather than doing a scaled one, he was going to do 20%. Let me just find my comment on that. Yeah, it looks like Diamond Hands Perpetual Staking will have a 20% emergency in-stake penalty stake reward setup. And of course, that is there. If you watched the stream last night, you saw that we determined to scrape the length-weighted penalty for early unlocking from the diamond hands clubs and implement a flat 20% across the board, which I think is a wise thing, a good move. So nice and simple. In addition to this, of course, you're going to earn any mysterious airdrops that come to you as well for staking your Perpetuals base trio lucky. And of course, we've got 3 chains, and we'll have Pulsechain eventually. So this is an incredibly lucrative streaming. You know, like I say, you could have just on that alone, you got 15 tokens that you could be earning passive incomes from, and that excludes Maxi and Hex and everything else. So you know, Hex that you might have staking solo, for example. So pretty powerful stuff. And of course, Hedron and Gozer on top of that. So this is like a Hydra dream of passive income. You only get this in crypto, and you only get this in, you guessed it, the Hex ecosystem. That's how we rock on here. We're leading the way. And of course, we've got the smartest people like Dipcatcher, Alex, and people like that, you know, just absolutely creating value for the rest of us, which is pretty cool. Whew, so exciting. All right, let's jump back to some of these comments. We got Christian in the house. Hey, family, good to see Christian. Katie in the house as well with the drum roll. I like that, Katie. Did Diamond Hands is working already on Ethereum Magnet. It doesn't look like he's deploying the contracts, but he hasn't tweeted out that that's fully operational yet. So he's doing multiple chains. So yeah, it looks like he's still going to me, just based on this. So it looks like he's still going, I think. So look here, just minted trio, so I can say I minted the whole team of Perpetuals, 6x decks, 16. Do you have a list of the final amounts for penalties? Yeah, I don't see anything. Bases deployed across all chains. Yeah, I don't think it's finished yet. I don't think he's finished. So yeah, definitely something to think about. So we'll let you know if he does. Woohoo, he's pretty close though. I think he's not too far away. He's been definitely loaded a lot of the contracts up. He's paying the gas fees and stuff like that. Casey says exciting times and lots of dollars. Says Pulse Unity. You got to get excited, that's for sure. Taking it to the bank, that's true. Hey, great suit man. Hey, good to see Mega up. And he says one day closer. We are definitely one day closest. And of course, Shane says very nice indeed. Is Diamond Hands contract open for staking yet? Not quite yet. I think he's still working on it. He has loaded up a lot of the contracts on ETH Fair and stuff like that. So I'm not sure whether he's run into any issues. It looks like he's searching for something. They're still working on that. On the team dashboard, what does 40 million stake team mean? What contract is staked in? Oh, yeah, well, that's easy to do. Let's go find that. So all the Maxi is going into the team wallet. And, of course, the team wallet is here. Let's go, bam. So this is the Maxi on Ethereum, and it's 293.3 million Maxi. We go to holders. So when you're minting team with your Maxi, all the team is going into the top wallet here. You can see it here, 63.7. If we go to the dashboard, you can see 63.67 million. So that's where it's going. And of course, all you have to do is jump into the top wallet under holders, under the Maxi contract on the Ethereum blockchain here, and you'll see the fact that everyone is minting their team. So the Maxi that they're minting goes in here, and they get team on the other side, back out the other side to their wallet. So you can see it here, this wallet here. It sent in 50,000 Maxi, and it ended up getting 50,000 team. And you can see it went to their address, OXE there, which is their address, went back to them. And of course, the 50,000 went to the main address here, which is OX7. So that's cool. So we go to OX7, and we can see that it's gone into here. So Maxi, this is huge, man. 63. Now, will we get the 100 million? That's the question. It's possible. Simply possible. That'd be, about just over a third of the amount. It'd be pretty insane. Waterwall says, and is the normal users that staked, or is it the Maxi team that staked it? The contract's going to stake it at the end. So at the end, all this, not the team here, but all the perpetuals, they're all in. All that Hex is sitting in perpetual contracts. That will get staked at the end of 21 days. So when we hit the 27th at 0 UTC time, there's going to be one of the function run called finalize minting, and that's going to end the minting. And of course, then stakes function is going to run and stake the base, then the trio, lucky, and decimus, and set up all the reward pools and reward schedules and things like that. So it's pretty cool. Water Waters, cheers, you're welcome. A little less salt, please. Hi, Sweetman. Minting the perpetuals after ETH fork. Say minting them today. Would not a copy of the perpetuals over to the other two chains. Minting the perpetuals after ETH. Yeah, if you did it after the fork, then you have to. You won't have a copy. So if you did, if you did your minting on the Ethereum chain before it got forked, then you would have the copies over there. But if you did it after the fork, then you wouldn't have the copies on the ETHW or ETH Fair Network. You'd have to actually buy Hex and Maxi over there to be able to do the minting over there. Hopefully that's clear. Passive income streams only if perps were minted before the fork. Yes, that's correct. So that's what I said before that. I said you either, if you had them forked over, then you got all these copies and you got multiple, all those passive incomes on every chain. But if you didn't, you'd have to buy them. Obviously, Hex is pretty cheap, but Hex is going up as we speak, and Maxi's going up as well. So you could have got in, even if you hadn't forked them over, you could have bought up heaps of Hex cheap and heaps of Maxi cheap, and you could still do it. I mean, it's still relatively cheap. It's definitely been pumped hundreds of %, but you get my point. It is more speculative. Remember, ETH is the main chain. ETHW and ETH Fair are both new chains, therefore way more speculative. They've just started up and running. So you got to take into account the risk-return trade-offs there. But at the moment, of course, they're relatively cheap. Like Hex has just got up to 1.6 cents here. 0016. It's just pulled back to 0013. So you see what I mean? It just was down here for ages. No one was buying it. It was down at 0035, and then someone decided to start to buy it here, following up ETHW, and so it started buying up. On the ETHW chain, of course, it's been pumped pretty hard, and it looks like it's staying up there, and so is Hedron. Hedron's been pumped pretty hard as well. You got to take into account different liquidity pools, of course. Let's go to the liquidity pools here. Have a look at the Hex here. So Hex here is a much more modest price. So it's back down at 0028. So it just depends on liquidity pool here. I've got to double check the other one, but yeah, 0028 is the price. It seems to be running over the pools. So I'm not sure where this one's got stuck or something like that. So I might have to recheck that one. And let me just refresh this page. Maybe it's got stuck. It's still saying 0039 on that one. So cool. That's 0028 is probably a better reference. I had it at on a Kyber swap. I had it at 3.6 cent. 0036 on there. That was with 100,000 Hex on there. So cool. So yeah, you definitely need to double check those, but that's pretty much how it works. So we might actually drop this down to 2.8 based on the averages there on that chain. So that will give you this, and this one here has gone down to 0.13. So we'll put that down there too. So it's probably closer to the current prices at the moment. So this would suggest that we're a 12x away from Hex or from ETHW, and a 25x away from ETH to ETH Hex on ETH. And then of course the ETF is 2x away from hitting ETHW there based on these prices here. Cool. And you can confirm these prices on Kyber Swap. You can confirm these prices on Uniswap, and of course you can also compare them with the matching with the converter here as well. You can select, for example, let me just type it in. Wrong one, sorry. Let me maybe it's on here. I might forget that. I was trying. No, I hadn't actually looked for ETHW on there. I've just looked for ETH, so it just got US dollars. We'll just leave it there. Just leave it there. I wasn't going to muck around trying to find it. All right, cool. So that's looking pretty good. Let's go back to Hex. I think Hex is looking a bit better there. 3.2 kind of feels like it's stuck there, but it feels like it's going to kind of push through. We got Maxi there at 3.7.3, 2.27%, 2.2 Hex per Maxi premium. It looks like it's trying to recover there. And of course, we've got Hedron there at 2,910. That's recovered a little bit there as well. And Icosa at 104. So cool. Yeah, he's just still working on stuff from the looks of it. Let's pull it up there. Bam. He just got spammed by a terrible spamming. And I think he's trying to get over the line there. So as soon as we know when it's gonna go live, we'll let you know on Discord. And I might post something on the community tab as well and tweet that out. So cool. CI in the house there. Hey, CI. Woohoo. Hex Token Maximus. That's the way we load. Gracias says a little less salty, please. A little less salt, please. Hey, you're welcome. Very cool. All right. So he may be trying to verify the contracts now. He's got writing an Ethereum verify. So maybe that's where he's up to on that one. So they're pretty close. The Maximus, looks pretty close to me without having heard him speak. It looks like he's getting pretty close to the Maximus. Like he has already launched some of the contracts, but I don't know if he's launched the front end for that. So cool. All right, so we're going to come back from there and wrap it up here. So we got 3.2 cents on X, looking pretty good. Anyone else got any comments? No, it looks pretty quiet in there. Very nice, as we say. Let's quickly check Richard Hart. And of course, let's see what he's been saying. Anything else new? No, that's just that Pulsechain will be ready when it's launched. You're going to wait till just like I am. We haven't heard much from Rack and Michelle. He's been pretty quiet. So hopefully he's probably just working hard on his businesses and stuff like that. And I don't know if we've heard from, let's have a look here, from Pulsepot. Pulsepot is going to be launching in October. I'm so excited about Pulsepot. They really started to take my imagination with their product developments. So waiting for that patiently. And Pulse Bitcoin there too. Let's have a look at Pulse Bitcoin. It launches imminent. And of course, we have seen that play out in the chart there. So we're looking very closely on that. With the airdrops, we can go to Pulse Dodge Coin. And we can see it's up at $3.28. Definitely looking good. Plenty of room in the RSI too. We're watching this one pretty closely. The all-time high was $9.53. We're currently at $3.28, and the launch price was $1. The low price so far of all time was back here on the 23rd of April, day 4, which was 73.5 cents. So you can sort of see where it's going. Still looks pretty good to me. Just had obviously a breather there, and we'll watch this plane going. That's with Wolverine on top of that. I'm sure he appreciates the flying animation. That's pretty much it. Yeah. Oh man, this thing here is crazy right now, right? It's crazy. This one here, where is it? This is crazy right now. Look at this, 200 million in Decimus. Woo! That's awesome, man. That is so awesome. We're going to bring up the waterfall chart because maybe I should update numbers. It's just so good. So maybe we should take away my target numbers. What do you guys reckon? And we'll add in the real numbers because it's probably getting pretty close to that waterfall. We're up now over 300 million, over halfway. This was our target, 600 million, and then 300 million upside. Let's see how we go. Let's add in our numbers though. Let me just remember what it is. 320, 330. This is put in 330. I think that's pretty close. So we've got 600 here. Where is it here? So cool. I'm going to put that in red. And that in red since we're kind of covering at the moment. And of course, Icosa there needs to be updated too. I need to update that because that's gone bigger. And so let's put in the numbers here. We'll put in 300. What did I say? 330, 33. And of course, boom, there we are. And the upside, we'll just leave that at the stage, I guess. See what the chart looks like. 3.3 there. Yeah, so maybe we'll just put in 0 at this stage. Let's put in 0. Minus 0. And let's see if minus 0 works. No, that won't work. Minus infinitely small. I didn't think it was going to work. Minus 0, 0.0000 infinity. Let's see what that does. Oh, that's the wrong ones. You put in the 0.123 or something like that. And let's see what that comes up with. Does that look? Oh, it looks terrible. It looks terrible. Let's take out all the zeros. Let's put in 1 there. All right, I get it. Stop mucking around. All right, cool. So there we are. So we're negative 3.3. That's where we are at the moment. So looking real positive. And we don't have an official number for the Hex Investment Trust, but that's an estimate there. The Hedron, that's accurate. That's accurate. And Icosa there, that's accurate, but it's higher than that. It's higher than that. So I've got to get an updated number. And then, of course, we've got actual numbers there. So looking pretty good. These numbers are pretty much all accurate, except for the Hex Investor Trust is an estimate. And, of course, I need to think about what that might be. We won't have transparency on it until it goes public. And here it's public here. I've got an estimate that it might do really well, but that's in the future, right? So everything forward from here is just future estimates and things like that. So yeah, let's see how we go. But this is positive, man. At the moment, we are kicked. This is where we are here, and looking really good. Removing the circulating supply, getting more scarcity into the system. That's what we want. That's our long-term, medium-term, long-term goal. But of course, this is front-running it. This is making it happen sooner with these products and making it happen sooner. So I'm very excited about that. All right, cool. Let's see how big that number gets, man. Imagine if it gets even bigger. Because if they do 600 million, let's say they do 700 million. They do 700 million. They do 300 million on the Maximus. That's $1 billion. Hex that's been locked away, and the Maximus $1 billion off the market, off the public. That's awesome. That's so good. So yeah, very nice. And that's not Icosa and Hedron, which are HSI stakes. That's just them. Icosa's already over five. What's it over? It's already at 600 million plus, and that's what I mean. It's even higher. So these two products alone, maybe I don't know what the latest HSI is, but we're getting up there to like probably 1.75 billion, which is fantastic. Compare that to about 5.2 billion for the sacrifices of Pulsechain, Pulsex. It's like, this is really good. Now it doesn't reflect in the price necessarily, but it can do. And we might see the Hex price really move at maybe Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday because of the Maximus perpetuals. If we get a lot of people having to buy Hex, they don't have it in their liquid wallets, then yeah, we may see a lot of that stuff happen with the Hex price. We'll finally get some of that buying that we were anticipating. So let's see how we get on. Katie in the house there with the emojis, loving it. That will be the best. Be us next Friday, says Pulse Unity. Yeah, nice. Let's pull up Pulse Unity actually. Let us pull that up and let's go to, I guess, liquid line sacrifices and have a little look at Pulse Unity. I got the founder in the chat there, plus a couple of people from the community from looks of it, at least one person from the community. So let's have a look here. Pulse Unity. Actually, man, look how many others that have been added to this since X Postcards, Pulse Starter, Beat Heat, or they just didn't change the order. Maybe they've changed the order. Newest. No, they are the newest order. Okay, cool. Pulse Unity down here. Let's have a look at this. 34,822, 64 wallets. So still building. 3,482,000 PU tokens so far. 5 days and 16 hours to go, 49 minutes. And let's see where it's going on the leader table. We've got 10,000 as a top wallet. They've got 1 million points for doing that. Does it have any I? Let's have a look at the I details. So Ethereum network there, 5,000. Day 14 sacrifice, day 17, rate 100 to 100, and they got 5 million points there. So it's pretty much, 100 points per, 100 points per dollar. So cool. Let's scroll down here and have a look. Start off pretty easy. Back on the 28th there. Let me just get rid of the comment there. Start pretty easy back here on the 28th of August. It's flowed through and started to climb. US dollar, Hex, ETH, and others. It always worries me when people accept Hex because you don't want them to dump on your heads, right? You don't want to dump the Hex on their heads. So we got Hex here. There's no Hex, very low Hex. That's probably a good thing. Let's have a look here. So we got mostly US dollars and others. So that's a good thing. And then, of course, we've got some, we've got a bit of Hex in there. Not too bad, though. And you've got to remember the number of dollars here. So we've got $851 in Hex. We've got 11,564 in ETH. We got the 20,000 in USD and 1785 in others. So that's all right. That's the one thing with Hex. I always get worried when. Now, obviously, Icosa had Hex as well, but we weren't sure what they were going to do with the Hex. So obviously, you're thinking, are they going to be benevolent with Hex? I guess that's the way I look at it. What else there? Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain. That's been racking up on both chains, so that's cool. Number of wallets. Really got one whale here over, was around the 25K mark. I think we had that at the top, didn't we? What was the top wallet? 10,000. So yeah, under 25, that is, under 25. So one wallet up there, another wallet under 7.5. So still on the small side at the stage, but how many days left to go? 1, 2, 3, a week basically left to go there, finishing on the 28th September, I guess, with the launch on the 30th. If I'm right there, you can correct me in the chat there if I got that wrong. Let's jump over to the website, have a look. And Pulse Unity, the beating heart of DeFi, the wallet everyone shares. Secure your crypto freedom by sacrificing for Unity and DeFi. Sacrifice now. And let's see where that goes to. Okay, it goes to a sacrifice page, which is page 2 at the header there. 5 days and 16 hours to go. Pulse Unity sacrifice is created for people who believe there should be freedom and absolute unity in DeFi. The PU will be airdropped to all participants who sacrifice their support to people who believe there should be freedom of speech amongst communities and absolute unity in DeFi. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's quite correct English there, but anyway, total freedom of our total freedom of how you control your money. Yeah, I'm not sure if I word that right. Yeah, like that. Your money and no interference from governments. If you agree with this, you may show your support with sacrificing for your address. If you support Pulse Unity, in the sacrifice, you will be airdrop free tokens as soon as possible after launch. These tokens will have no value, remember, etc. So we'll jump through all that. Sacrifice rate is $1 per 100 PU points. Bonus rate at 10% per $100. Additional information. You receive credits. Anyone with these credits will be airdropped a free token called PU. So they have got intermediary credit there. The sacrifice start on the 28th and finishes. Okay, cool. How to sacrifice, really easy. Send your sacrifice tokens to only the address, this only address, and to only this address, and do not send from an exchange or you will lose your money. There's an address there. And of course, you got all the tokens and the chains. You will be allocated 100 units. Okay, cool. PU launches on Uniswap and market decides the value. So that's pretty much that. Let's see. We're going to go homepage again and see what's all about, though, because it's the sacrifice. Of course, we have been here once before, and one issue that was that we didn't know exactly what it was on about straight out of the gates. Simple concept, super powerful ecosystem. So I think this is what they've done to solve that. Social Pulse Unit. Basically, it's a social site, as I understand it. So let's have a look here. So this is the social site from the looks of it. Home, FAQs, channels, posts, videos, groups, events, people, photos, and donate. With this, I would be revamping this. This needs a UI UX person to work on this. Just some feedback right there. They need a UI UX person to work on this one. Maybe that's part of the sacrifice. I don't know. So cool. FAQs, channels, posts. What was it? Channels there, featured channels. This is much better, by the way, jumping straight to the product. I like that. That's much better. Channel groups, videos. So yeah, for Pulsechain, probably need something like this. This interesting. They might be front running a little bit. Front running the free Pulse team. It's probably an idea they had. But also, what's the other guy's name? What's the other guy's name that we had? Let me just jump over to there quickly. This site. There's another site. Not sure. PLS Speak here. PLS Speak. This one here, which was they were going to speak at PulseCon. I don't know if they did. We'll jump into there quickly. It's taking a while to load up. I don't remember that taking that long to load it last time. Anyway, we'll keep going with this one. So we've got videos, which is cool. FOMC, we like that. What else there? Events. Events coming up. That's cool. That's cool. People. Cool. And what else there? Photos. Yeah, cool. Yeah, it just needs a UI UX person on it to zap it up, make it nice and zappy friendly. And I guess you can log on. What else there? I was going to say about this homepage. The homepage needs something that says needs something that pulls you in a bit more. Something I'm not quite sure. I have to think about it. But yep, that's cool. Yeah, PLSP is a Web3 social platform. So this is sort of in this kind of area, but this one here seems more specific to potentially Pulsechain, and like almost a subgroup of this thing here. This thing which has got really nice clean UI looking, and it's very pretty clean on this one. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. Cool. But this one actually has content on it, which is much better. Might actually have some content. So cool. Otherwise, I like that. Just probably content there. And of course, I think that, what I'm thinking here, promotional advertising things could be on here. There's quite a few things that you could put on here. And your chat group, you need a chat. So got posts, but you'd want a chat group in here to really make people want to interact. You want to get that thing in there. So that's cool. I think that's cool. First meme coin with a purpose. PU sits. Is it really a meme coin with a purpose, or is it just a social coin? Like it's got to be clear on what you're saying there. So cool. Now this is just a quick look at this, by the way. So check this out. PulseUnity.com. We might as well post it in the chat there. If you want to check it out, find out more. Boom. Cool. All right, so cool. That is pretty much that. They've got a few comments. We do have the Pulse Unity founder in the chat there. Pre-launch white paper out. Cool. Need to update the end dates. That website looks not good. Says Bond. It's being done right now. Okay, so Pulse Unity is doing a new website up now. So that's cool. I'm out, guys. Says James. Hey, James. Catch you later, James. Pleasure as always. Our Web3 UI will be available Sunday. Cool. So there's a new website coming. So we'll follow up on that one. In any case, check it out on the Sacrifice details if you want to check that out. And of course, look forward to the new UI coming out on a Sunday. Cool. We'll follow up on that one. Thanks, Pulse Unity. Appreciate the feedback in the chat there. So cool. All right, let's see how we're getting on with Dip Catcher as well. We're coming up to now in 3 minutes, which is not too bad. Let's see. This Diamond Hand is probably going to be out pretty soon. He's definitely load up a lot of the contracts. Hey, Etherscan, I'm trying to verify a set of contracts I just deployed, and I get this error exception error code. Unable to connect to the remote server. Reading online suggests there's sometimes downtime. So it's happening right now. So obviously, almost there, folks. Just got to get around this verification issue at the end of the codes, and so that should be out soon. So as soon as I know, I'll let everyone know on the socials, Twitter, Discord, and everything else, and I'll have the links up and running there in our useful links. I'll put in useful links. It will be at the bottom, of course, or somewhere like that. So stay tuned if you want to get the latest from here. Otherwise, just follow Dipcatcher and Maximus on Twitter, and I'm sure you'll get the latest details there too. Right, so I'm going to post the Dipcatcher's name in here. Thank you for the coverage. You're welcome there, Pulse Unity. Always a pleasure. And of course, there is the tweet there as well. DB says almost there. 2 more weeks. Cool. Not 2 more weeks, DB. Not 2 more weeks. Dipcatcher is doing it on live stream. He's working pretty hard there. You can see him working. He's working there. I'm just gonna make sure. I probably got a little bit behind there. All right, cool. We're going to end up. I guess we're going to end up checking the markets. We're going to wrap up here at $19,400 in BTC. ETH at 1345. Not looking too bad there. ETH Power at the moment has powered up there to $6.37. Definitely got a lot of markets in play now. Got a bit of a network effect going on. I actually haven't checked to see whether there's updates on these networks. Actually, let's quickly check that before we wrap it up here. Let's go to ETH Power somewhere here. ETH Fear. Let's go to ETH Power first and have a look, see what they've got any news. jump through that. Another way to DeFi. Yeah, Crypto.com DeFi wallet now supports Ethereum PAL. Big deal, right? Big deal. So that's pretty cool. Finally unveiling the first gift for strong backers. Always get scared, even from official sites, when they do stuff like that, giveaways, because Twitter's so notorious for scammers. What else there? Your ETH, grab some Maxi. Yeah, I think we've gone up to that, so that's cool. And let's have a look at the other one, ETH Fair. ETH Fair. Let's see whether they got any updates. You're missing anything ETH with our subscription channel. ETH Fair comes as Safe Metrics, so to our ecosystem. So Safe Metrics is secure, trustless digital asset platform for DAO. So okay, it's nice to see partnerships coming in. 2 hours ago, it's time to tell everybody. Let's see what else they got there. Welcomes MPC wallet 2 hours ago, so that's cool. Another wallet. So they're getting a few more partnerships into the ecosystem. Ether welcomes Metapart to our ecosystem. Metaverse aggregator of the metaverse, cross NFT marketplace, cross chain. So that could be pretty interesting. The old Metapart there, might check that out. Ethereum welcomes Swiftcoin. And so on. So there's had a few announcements. So this is like 4 announcements. That's actually better than ETH PAL in terms of the announcements. So it's nice to see some doing a bit of catch up there. NFT network will display the MetaMask Path wallets. What else there? MetaPath announced Ethereum partnership with Ethereum Fair. Cool. So they've done a few announcements today. At present, the number of transactions on the chain is 30,000 plus every day at the moment, and the number of activated addresses is 2.1 million. So that's pretty good. On the adoption, so that gives you a clear idea of the adoption on the chain as well. And I think that's it. That's the update for those. So cool. Let's close out of those. Bam, bam. And of course, the markets at the moment holding up pretty good for Hex, and 3.2 cents on Hex at the moment. Let's see if we can break out over 3.3 cents over the weekend. And of course, Maxi looking like a boss there, 7.34 cents there, with a premium of 2.274. Woohoo! Let's see if we can get a real breakout. We've got a breakout, but let's see if we actually bounced back to breakout point, actually. Let's see if we can really get a breakout on this thing up towards that big 3.0. The big 3.0, that'd be cool. Hedron at 2,901, so that's pretty good. Not bad at all. All right, cool. Let's jump out of there. And yeah, hopefully that's a good update today. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Day 18 on the Maximus team and Perpetuals. And of course, Diamond Hands is coming out soon. Once he works out that last thing, I'm sure we'll get there. Katie says free liquid loan token. I'll leave that for I'll leave it for tomorrow. It'll be fine. They're trying to get me to go mint my free liquid loans DApp tokens, but we'll be all right. All right, okay, guys. Take care, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, hit the bell, and I'll let you know about Diamond Hands on the socials when they come out. Take care, everybody. And yeah, it's been a pleasure. I'll see you guys tomorrow for 2 more live streams, Pulsechain, Pulsex, and X, of course. And we'll be covering Diamond Hands, which I'm sure will be out by then. In any case, if I do a short video, I might do a how-to video. If it does come out in due course tonight and I've got time, I'll cover that too. All right, take care, everybody. And I'll leave it on the charts. That's how we roll here. And there we are. Bam. All right, peace out, everybody. Bye for now. Woohoo. Woohoo. Take care. Yeah, what's it? Andrew says, minting team and Peps tonight. Woo! Hey, well done, Andrew. Nice work. Very cool. Thanks, Superman. Have a good day, says Pulse Unity. Hey, you're welcome. We'll look forward to your launch on the 30th, and of course, the new website on Sunday. Maybe cover that too. Shane's in the house there. Hey, Pulse Unity, maybe hit me up in the chat there, and maybe we can bring you on the channel. How about that? How does that sound? Sounds pretty good to me. Andrew Reynolds in the house there. Good night. Woohoo! All right, peace out. An hour and 10 minutes. We're not going to play any extra video unless you guys want it, Beastie Boys. But actually, I might play one little video on the way out. Let's do it. Play one little video. What are we going to play out? Let me go find this one. All right. We'll play that one. I don't. Actually, I'm not sure what this one is, but we'll play this one. All right. Take care, everybody. Bye for now.
This is the opportunity of a lifetime. yes, every scammer in the world is going to tell you something similar, but in this case, you are actually going to have regret.
I mean, you're scamming everyone.
Richard Hart, he's got a history of being called the spam master.
There's some weird things going on with his coins.
Making one of the biggest Ponzi schemes that we have ever seen.
Hex coin is 1000% a scam coin.
People are going to lose money because of you.
Remember all the haters? All the haters that told you that I was a scammer and Hex was a scam? I got bad news for the haters. We're making new all-time highs where everything else is getting wrecked. Price is up 4,000 or 5,000 fold in 600 days.
I've made enough money in the last week that I could buy a house in cash.
I would never have to work another day in my life.
I'm here to shill. I want to change the world, and I can only do that if people participate. The only thing that matters in this world is goods and services. Everything else is accounting. And our made-up imaginary internet money is better than the government's made-up imaginary internet money. Both of them are only backed by the shared fiction of the humans believing that they have value.
If Hex is a religion, then Richard is God.
I'm in crypto for glory. I want to have the best cryptocurrency that's ever existed. I want to have the best performing asset that's ever existed.
And so I think of blockchain as like the internet. In the 90s, everyone thought the internet was just for email.
I bought some this morning.
They're imaginary quarters. It's like playing Monopoly.
I put it all in. I went
Like all what?
all over house money.
This is a force that is not going to go away. The cryptocurrency is not going away. And at some point, the people that you met that you thought were crazy loon birds, they're going to be in the 1%, and they're going to be the people that own half everything.